Hello, class. Hope you guys are having a great week so far. Welcome to week 5 of your course. Can't believe we're this far already, but hopefully these last few weeks, I know some of you struggled with some of the assignments and understanding the learning objectives and just really understanding the complexity that's involved in making sure that what we assess our students on are aligned with the standards and the learning objectives that we select. So just know that developing learning objectives is, I always found, one of the hardest things in education, but rest assured that with practice, things will certainly get a bit easier. I wanted to go over week 5. It's actually a nice and light week because you are going to be preparing for your final project or paper in week 6, but just make sure you look over the overview, what resources are available for this week. Be sure to read the weekly lesson. This will provide you, let's see, I didn't take you right there, but here's the weekly lesson. Again, you should be reviewing these each week, but it's set up in the same format where you have things that you will be focusing on, what the introduction is, more details about the learning activities, and then just some additional information about the learning for this week. So this week we're going to be focusing on feedback and ensuring that we have a growth mindset so that we can promote a growth mindset among our learners. So I'll go to the discussion. It's actually a debate. You'll be aligned a specific side. So based on your name, your last name, you will the first letter of your last name, you'll decide whether you're going to accept Steve's work and grade it or not accept Steve's work and give him a 0. So be sure to read the little scenario. It's about a student who was over a week late submitting an assignment, and he gave you reasons why. And you need to consider whether you're going to accept it or give him a 0. Be sure that you read chapter 11. This is a great website that helps you better understand the ins and outs of the growth mindset. Carol Dweck is a huge scholar in this area of education, I guess psychology too. And it's something that we should be promoting when working with our learners. Then you also have to find articles to help support your assigned position. So be sure that you're going to the Ashford Library to do that. And here, this is just something for you to consider as you're writing your response. Have you been given a 0 before for a missing or late assignment? Or if you're an educator, have you given a 0? Just something to think about. You don't actually have to address this question. And so what you'll do is clearly write what your assigned position is, and then based on it, you're going on this position, you're going to discuss your theory behind the no 0 grading policy and its purpose. So basically, what is it and why do we have such a thing? Then you're going to provide me at least 3 reasons based on your research for your position. So whatever your assigned position is, give me 3 reasons for it. And then again, this is where your academic voice should come in. I should see citations from the articles that you found to support your position, and be sure that you provide solid examples to support each reason. And again, be sure to cite and reference your response. So this is due Thursday. Then Saturday, you have to respond to at least one of your peers who's been assigned a different position from you and has not received a response, and then offer a rebuttal. Now, if everybody received a response, and you have no one else to respond to, obviously you can go ahead and respond to that student who may have gotten a rebuttal. but do look to see if there's someone who hasn't received one, who is opposite of your assigned position, and respond to them. And then be sure to provide evidence from the readings or your articles to support your opposition. And then you're going to come around full circle on Monday. I want you to give your own opinion of the no zero grading policy based on the evidence from the research and your responses from your classmates. How would you personally handle Steve's situation? So not on your sign, but how would you actually handle it? And then did your thinking change after you did some reading from your classmates' viewpoints and even your own research, and why not? And then discuss how using what is a growth mindset, or using the What is a Growth Mindset webpage as a point of reference, how might a no zero grading policy help to promote a growth mindset for learners? Explain, and if applicable, share your own experiences. So, a growth mindset is about using statements and encouraging students that failure is not finite, that you can continually learn, continually grow, and so that if students do or are met with a failing grade or didn't do well on an assignment, instead of giving up and thinking that they can't achieve, students who have a growth mindset realize that with continued effort, that they'll be able to reach success. So it's basically that perseverance through struggles that is evident when someone has a growth mindset. Then you're also going to be sure to respond to at least 2 other peers. So there is a lot going on in this discussion. The response on Saturday and Monday is part of your discussion, so it's not part of the responses to peers. So you'll need to do additional responses on top of what's required of the discussion. So I hope that makes sense. But like I said, this is a short week. All you have to do is your debate. But I did want to go over week 6 real quick with you in terms of the final paper. So in weeks 1, 2, 3, and 4, you've been working on different parts of the final paper. And so what you're going to do is put that all together, and there are some differences or things that you have to add to your final paper, so be aware of that. But it is so important that you go back and review the feedback that I've provided you for all of your assignments. Go back into Waypoint where I've embedded specific comments to help you be successful. Be sure that you're using this week 6 assessment design final paper template. This will further guide you on what you need to do and what you need to complete. And again, it's broken down here for you step by step. So the very first thing you're going to do is list your standard and learn objective. You can see that this is actually your week 1 assignment. Here's your week 2 assignment, but again, you might make some minor changes based on the feedback. And then also there may be additional information that I'm seeking here. The development of the summative assessment. Again, look at the feedback that I provide you on your week 3 assignment. Make any changes that are necessary. I know this one was an assignment that many of you struggled with. So if you need more support, we can certainly talk over the phone, or we can do a Zoom meeting so that I can walk you through the process so that you have a bit more clarity. And then you'll have your rubric that you developed, and then your week 4 assignment, which I'll be providing feedback for you this week on it. And then there's a reflection piece. And basically this is where you're going to assess the rubric for this assignment, which is located right here. You're going to look through it, review each level of proficiency, and actually let me open up the rubric for you. So the rubrics, here are the criteria for each of the rubric. You can see there's 4 different levels of proficiency, actually 5 different levels: distinguished, proficient, basic, below expectations, and non-performance. And it describes what the instructor is looking for if someone's distinguished, proficient in those certain areas. So you're going to look through the entire rubric and assess yourself. What grade would you give yourself? And you're going to be sure that you list the criteria that you think you performed proficiently and why you did. And then is there anything that you changed in your assignment based on the review of that rubric? And then discuss what are the benefits of having students do this as well. So I'll review it again next week, but I just wanted to kind of put this on your radar, even though it's not due till week 6. At this point, since week 5 is kind of light, this is where you should be taking the time to go through all the feedback that was given in weeks 1 through 4 and making any kind of changes. This is also a great time for you to reach out to me if you need some support. So hope this provides some clarity. If you do have any additional questions, just let me know, and I'm looking forward to reviewing your debates. Have a good one.